Hello and welcome to hello and welcome to Creative Clearsea's channel. This is the No New November challenge. This is day 7 where we're going to take some recipe cards, or you can use recipe cards or you can use recipe pages, whichever you've got, and then we're going to turn them into some pockets. So to begin with, what I would say is if you are using magazine recipe pages, you want to back those onto some form of paper or card or whatever you have available. I mean, obviously use, as we're trying to use up things, maybe use some junk journal paper that you've got at the back, just junk mail on the back of it, just to firm it up, so that, because you're going to be, when you're adding things in and out of these pockets, if you just use a magazine paper, it may well tear. But for me, I've actually got some cards, so that I don't need to worry about that. So today probably won't be a massively long video. I'm going to start off with this one, and I've decided that I'm going to make I'm going to make 2 tucks out of this, and I'm going to make a pocket as well. So what I will do is I'm going to cut this out here and this out here and have these as tucks, and then I will cut along here and along here and create a page, and I will just cover up the Waitrose, a pocket. So the first thing I'm going to do is do this. So last night I carried on watching rewatching, even I should say, Merlin, the TV series Merlin that I was mentioning the BBC did a few years ago. It's actually on Netflix at the moment, so I'm really enjoying it. I've actually got the DVDs anyway, but it's just easy to, don't have to change the discs if I watch it on Netflix. But yeah, no, really love that TV series at the moment. And I think as well, I think the lady who plays Morgana in it, she actually comes from a costume background, which I think is part of the reason why I like her character. She was asked to play the part of Morgana, I think, and I think it was her first acting job, and she played it so well. Really do enjoy that movie, but because she's got that costume background, I kind of I can relate to her, I guess. I don't know, that's probably not the right word, but because that's what I studied. But yeah, no, this particular series, she plays Morgana, and brilliant, absolutely love it. Love the TV series. It's got a bit of comedy, bit of romance, bit of everything really. It's a children's program really. I'm going to trim this off down here as well. Yeah, it's a comedy really, but sorry, not a comedy, a children's program really. It replaced a TV series which was based around Robin Hood. Well, it was called Robin Hood, which was also a very good series. But I was so happy when they did it. They did another series after that, which was I want to call, was it Sinbad, or I think or Atlantis, I think it was. I can't quite remember. I didn't enjoy that one as much, actually. I just wish they'd stuck to it. But in regards to the Merlin and Robin Hood, when they cancelled the shows, I was so gutted because they were so good. But this one, I didn't tend. I've got a feeling it was Atlantis. I really tried to get into it, but I just couldn't bring myself to enjoy it. And they didn't really replace anything after that, or at least I've not seen anything, which is a shame. There's nothing to fill that slot the same way anymore. So yesterday we did some tuck spots, and I'm actually going to use these for tuck spots as well. I don't need to decorate anything, you just pop it in like that. I'll probably ink them up when I've used them, but that's 2 tuck spots out of that. Oh dear. So now I'm gonna come down here. Now on this one I am going to leave the outside edge, I think. I may change my mind. It depends when I put it on a page, how wide this is as a pocket. Because if it's too wide, then it won't close properly, because of it'll be close to the center. You don't have to follow this. The curve, you could just cut straight through it if you don't particularly, well, in this case I'm fussy cutting this, but you may not with your pictures want to do this. You may just want to cut straight through the picture to give you the square, which is also perfectly fine. Sorry, my cat's going nuts next door. I've just got a new, my printer's just arrived, and my cat loves boxes, like most cats do. She's just scratching at the box, trying to get into it. So I apologise if that's annoying anyone. So there we go. So I will, let's go grab a page. So I sorted out my bits so you can, so I've got the tuck spots from yesterday. They're all kind of clipped together. I've got my tags, which we made with the toilet rolls, clipped together. I've got my journal cards clipped together. I've got my pages that I still want to do something with here, so I probably want to carry on doing a bit more painting on them, so I might do those later on today. And then the pages which I'm really happy with already. So like I was saying, if I was to pop this on here, it's going to be too wide, I think, so I will cut this along here and here, and I'm going to get my bigger scissors for that. Just straight down here, straight across here, and then it's decorating them up how you want, really. You can use, you could just use the picture if you want, if you're not too fussed. I'm going to just cover up here, probably put a label on it. I wouldn't use it on this page because the colours which are here don't really add into this, but it just gives you an idea. Let's see if I've actually got a plain, actually let's just do it properly. Find a page which you would feel happy putting it on. Yeah, so like this, like here. So I would glue down this side, down here, and then I would glue along here, and then you've got a nice decent pocket there to put your journal cards in. I'm going to clip that back up because I'm trying to keep everything together, organised, because I was getting bits everywhere. So let's pop these up here and away. So yeah, happy with that. Going to cover this bit up now because of it's got the food theme on it at the moment. I'm not sure what I will put on there. I don't think I've got any washi tapes with like appropriate berries or something like that on, but you don't have to make it appropriate. You can literally use whatever you like, but I like to try and tie things together. I will use this one. This has got little berries on it, very, very small, and it's kind of a bit vintagey. I just really want to cover up the text. Yeah. Ooh. So today I'm burning a candle by the Wickford company, which I was telling you was from a shop called Home Bargains here in the UK. It's called Wedding Bells. Now I bought it just because it smelled nice and it was in a white candle. It's really nice. But yeah, I'm not getting married. I'm already married, so I don't need to worry about that. But it smells really nice, so I bought it, added it to my collection. Again, it's a few years old now, but I always buy things when they're on sale if I can help it, because, well, particularly with Yankee candles, they're quite expensive when you pay for them individually, the full price. So I do try to save a bit of money where I can. You may not even want to be using the pictures. You may just want to use the text in your work, which is also a really good idea, particularly if you like the recipe. It depends on what you're going to want your journals for. If you were perhaps doing a Christmas one, a Christmas journal, you may like the idea of using a recipe, so when you're opening it you can see and use it as a functioning recipe. Like I said, all of these are actually ones I've got duplicates of, so I don't need to do that. I'm going to use the pictures. So I like this as it is. I'm going to put, because I don't know if you can see, I've put it on a little bit wonky. I'm going to want to put something across here to give it the illusion of it being straight. I could use that. I might just use, yeah, I think I'll use some brown, some of this brown. These ones I got from Amazon, I was really pleased with this. The amount of it cost, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reels. The only thing I was supposed to would say about it is you were supposed to get like a navy one, and I got 2 of this blue. I don't particularly mind because I like this blue and I probably would use it more than the navy, so I'm not too worried about that. But somebody else might be a little bit disappointed, so I'm just pointing it out. And for the price, I think it was about £10 for something like that. For quite a few washi tapes, it's quite reasonable. Right, let's straighten this up so I know where I'm going. Actually, I might do it off askew, like that. I'm going to do that, so it doesn't go off the end, basically, because I'm probably going to put in a blank piece of card along here. I've got a load of blank card, which I've chopped up when I was doing something else. I'm going to find a piece of that. And I've just inked up the edges. It's really useful to use like this. What I am going to do is, I will pop that there, but I am going to go and get some of my I can't remember what it's called now, one of my lighter inks. What it's called? Okay, antique linen, that's the one. And use that just to tone this down a little bit, so it's not quite so bright. So a few days ago I mentioned the draw was still in, the competition was still no winners yet as of yet, because it's not appeared as of yet, but when they do, keep ready, and you need to email me, and if you're the first person to email me, I'll respond to you and I'll ask for your address. In a few days time I will show you what the prize will be. It is a pack of vintage papers. Still working out on what's going inside of it at the moment, and anybody who doesn't win and would like a pack, they will also be available in my Etsy, which is linked below. So yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll show you that. You can see where I've put a pin in and it's rusted in my thing. So obviously not stainless steel pin. Pop that in the bin and I'll find something else to put inside it to lock it, because I managed to lose the pin which went in it. So yeah, there we go. That is my next pocket. I really would prefer, if my sewing machine is fixed by this point, I would zigzag stitch it in. I'd glue it down first, but zigzag stitch it along here and here, maybe down here. But otherwise, if I haven't got a working machine, it'll just be glued. If I'm going to glue it, I will ink up the edges, as I currently am not. If I can get my sewing machine working, I will leave it uninked. So that's one. Pull out the next one. With this one, I'm thinking I'm just going to kind of cut an angle down here, and then so it kind of cuts through this between the two plates, and you then are creating two pockets with it. So let's do this. So I'm going to cut two here, I'm going to cut two here, and then I'm going to cut straight, hopefully. To here. Now you may want to neaten this up, and because of the way I've done this, I think I'm going to just trim it across like that. I want to make sure I'm doing this like straight. Yeah, it's straight. I still don't like, I'm going to chop a bit more off of this. And I'm going to come straight down here actually. This is how I change my mind through things. When you do things, sometimes they don't look as good as you thought. So I'm going to do that. Again, because of the width of this and the page it will go on, I'm going to trim it down. Now this one, I'm likely to put in the page like this. Again, I will probably cover this up with some kind of decoration or something. I am like the world's worst cutter when it comes to straight lines. But that's and this one, I'm going to come up here, and I will actually follow this around the plate. I do like this on this, but I probably actually don't need to, because I've chopped off the edge there, do anything about that. Let's move these off. Again, I'm going to put some washi tape down. You could actually paint over it if you wanted to. Use Mod Podge, not Mod Podge, white gesso, paint over it. Maybe after you've done the white gesso, go over it with the like antique linen, just to cover it up, and then you don't have to keep doing layers. I think I'm going to just glue some book page down on that. I've still got a bit of I think I'm going to use a bit of this, which we were using yesterday, not yesterday, a few days ago. Probably want to use a bit of this. I don't want that much, so I'm going to cut straight along this blue line here. So this was from a ledger from which was a 1950s. So it's not too old, but it's got some really nice character, got a lovely patina to it, the pages. Also some of the pages where they've got text written on, unfortunately there wasn't many of them which had text on them, but I'm going to ink the edges with some vintage photo, which was a shame, but you know, still nice to use. I'm trying to save them. I've been waiting for my printer to arrive, so because it's a printer scanner, so I could scan in those pages before I started to use them, because I don't want to lose it. Okay, comes my trusty Yoo-hoo stick. Let me know what glues you like to use below in the comments, and what your favourite glue stick is, and what your favourite wet glue is, and if there's any ones I haven't heard of, maybe I'll try this one. They're good for different things, aren't they, some of them? Certainly, well, there's a hell of a lot of different wet glues out there. Straight down. Okay. Okay. I'm going to ink up around the outside of this one because of the patina. It looks a bit, sorry, where I've inked up this, it looks a bit strange here without. So I'll just go around, do that. It's looking good. I think I'm going to just get my stamps out and do some stamping over it. I'm just going to use my word stamps on this one. And I'll again use my vintage photo. You have to make sure you've got your words up the right way. It's quite difficult with this, it's just like a script, so. Okay, I'm really happy with that. Just simple. It doesn't actually take up much because the pictures, the food pictures, lend themselves most of the time to what you're doing. You don't need to do a huge amount of decorating. These would be fab in a recipe journal if that's something you've not done before. I recommend it. Or your family secret recipes, if there are any. For me, there isn't many secret recipes, well, not really any secret, but I do still like to keep my favourites. My husband and I at the moment like to do HelloFresh, or actually we swap between HelloFresh and a company called Gousto here in the UK. I really like Gousto. I think we were leaning more towards Gousto because of the variety you can choose from, and actually I think the quality of the box, the food in Gousto has really gone up. At one point HelloFresh was kind of slightly better on the quality, but actually now there's not much in it, so I think we tend to most of the time go for Gousto just because it's got more options, and actually it works out a little bit cheaper, so yeah, no, really recommend those if you haven't done them. It sounds on upfront quite expensive when you do it, but for me and my husband, it's just the two of us at the moment, We order for 4 people. We get the full 4 meals, and that does us for lunches through the week. It does double so we very rarely need to go out and actually supplement it for the week, because it gives us enough food. We don't drink teas and coffees very often, so we don't need to go out for staples and milk and stuff like that. The only thing that we might do is so if we've got any plans with friends, I mean, at the moment that's kind of out the window given the current situation, but if we go out for meals and friends, we don't feel guilty about it because we've not got food going out. The food that arrives comes for the week, and we use it within that week. If we have any left over, we freeze it, and then sometimes what we have it's usually every 2 months, we tend to have a week or two where we don't order anything and we just use up the extras, because we often end up with a hell of a lot more actual product than in regards to sauces and things that you can reuse, which is great. So I'm going to bring in a piece of this which we cut off earlier, just cover this along here, trim off this. Sorry for yabbering on, but the meals have been fantastic from them. With each of those we get a recipe card, so any of the ones which I really like, I'm planning on copying into a recipe journal once I've got a chance to do it. That's the plan. Plans don't always go to plan. I'm going to put this here. I want to put something down here. What do I want to use? Trying to think of things to use up, because I want to I like that. I just think it's a bit too busy, just a bit too busy. Just trying to use up scraps really, if I can help fill in. I think I need a plainer thing. Let's just some book page, maybe. Currently my tearing ruler is hidden from me. I'm not going to spend time looking for it right now. I'm just going to wrap it. So what's everybody's favourite Christmas recipe? That's a good one. Let's pop that down in the comments, people. Friends, have you got a favourite Christmas recipe or tradition or cookie or whichever? Something you feel comfortable sharing. Obviously not your grandma's secret recipes. You don't have to actually share the recipe, but what you look forward to in terms of food at Christmas. For me, I really love Christmas pudding. Love Christmas pudding, and unfortunately I think apart from my dad, me and my dad are the only ones in the whole family who eat the Christmas pudding at Christmas. So we end up often cooking a full-size Christmas pudding and we can't eat it between the two of us. But I do like to get some of those personal Christmas puddings, which often go in the sale afterwards, and I save those and have those a couple of times, usually only after Christmas. Doesn't January, probably, well, usually they're usually gone before January. They don't last very long in my house because I really love them. And I look forward to that every year. Right, and and sorry, my husband's talking in the background, apologies. Just feel like I need to put a ticket or something down. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Again, a little ink up. Is everyone keeping up, or are some of you behind? I know normally I would be behind. I'm trying my hardest to keep on top of it at the moment because, well, no, I've got the time to do so. It's great. I think I would have really struggled doing this when I was at work. So that's worked out fairly useful. So yeah, really happy with that. Next one. Last one. I think I'm going to do just a plain old straight down the middle, 2 tucks, 2 pockets, or I might do this way. Do I want to do this way? I think we're going to go down the middle. So I'm going to fold it. Because these are going to be pockets which sit in the page portrait. No, they'll go in like this on a portrait page. I want to trim these edges because they will be too wide otherwise. Okay. And obviously, when you put it in your page, you want to glue down all 3 sides and leave the top open. I'm going to just ink that because of the whiteness of the inside page. And I think I'm just going to leave that. What I will do, the only thing I will do is I will pop a label on here. I'm going to get one of my little labels. Just find one which I feel works. I think I'm going to put that down. I will probably put just a bit of cheesecloth behind it just to break it up. I've got some cheesecloth here, just a little bit. Don't need all of that. Let's trim that down. Cheesecloth goes a long way. I bought probably half a metre of it, and I barely touched any of it because I only use like little bits like this when I do it. Right. I'm going to pop a bit of Fabri-Tac down for this. Oh, I waste so much glue. Anybody got any tips on what to do to save your Fabri-Tac from doing that? I've heard a lot of people recommend bottles called Bluebell bottles or something. Maybe I'll invest in one of those one day. But when I see kind of really, I don't buy it Fabri-Tac that often because it is so expensive here in the UK. So yeah, it seems a bit silly buying a new bottle, but if it makes it last longer, maybe. I guess it depends. So I'm going to pop that down there and be done with that one. This one I'm going to do the same thing. Yeah, edges. I need to trim off the sides. Definitely done that a bit wonky. Now, I am feeling that I want to put maybe, no, I think I'm going to put some of my tea-dyed parchment paper on that. I find a bit which has got a lot of, yeah. Still see the Waitrose between it, but that doesn't bother me a little bit. Yeah, like that. Want to put a bit of definition on the edges of those, particularly the lighter areas, just so you can see it, because otherwise it'll just blend into the page when you glue it down. Knocking things over. I think I'm going to do the text on this again. But I think I'm going to use a slightly darker walnut stain for this one. Okay. So I'm really pleased with that. I've got the 2 big pockets, 3 big pockets really, 4 big pockets. You could put this one in like this as well, if you prefer, if your page is wide enough, and then 2 tuck spots out of these. So really pleased with those. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you are enjoying this, please like the video, subscribe to my channel. So tomorrow we are going to be taking leaflets and turning them into pages. This will be a similar sort of process to what we've already done with the other 2 page days, where we've done magazine pages and also pages for with junk mail the first day. So this time we're using leaflets. I've chosen to use this pamphlet which came from when I built one of the, I can't remember what it was called, Billy bookcases from IKEA. No, Gendby bookcases. We built one. Oops, that's just a plain page. We built one which I've got in my craft room. And I saved this book because the kind of texture of the paper is quite different, and I've tea-dyed it, and I will be making pages from these. You can use just ordinary pamphlets which you might be giving out on the street, or that might come through the door, pizza menus, anything like that really, and we'll be making pages tomorrow. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great day and take care. Speak to you soon. Bye now.